How to prepare for a successful marriage, 5 essential steps. Many people think marriage marks the start of a lifelong journey together, but what if the real journey begins before you even say, I do? In today's video, we'll explore why individual growth and emotional readiness are crucial steps before entering a happy and healthy marriage. Let's dive into some key personal development stages that set the foundation for lasting love. Step 1. Early attachment and bonding. Our first step begins in childhood. Did you know that the bonds we form with our parents influence how we bond with future partners? It is called attachment or bonding experience in childhood, and it's crucial. Imagine growing up with a parent who was consistently present, emotionally warm, and affectionate. This kind of attachment makes us feel safe and loved, and we carry that sense of trust into our adult relationships. But what if someone didn't have that warm bond? Take Jane, for example. Her parents were emotionally distant, and as an adult, she found herself needing constant reassurance in her relationships. Because Jane missed that early security, she tried to get it from her partners, expecting them to always be there for her, which led to tension. In a healthy marriage, you need a balance, supporting each other, yes, but without clinging. This is why it's essential to understand our early attachment patterns and, if needed, work through them. Step 2. Learning emotional regulation and boundary setting. Another vital part of growing up before marriage is regulating our emotions and learning to set emotional and physical boundaries in relationships with others. Meet Anna. She had a difficult time managing her emotions. Growing up, she often felt afraid and anxious about not getting the affection she needed and felt like she wasn't good enough. In her marriage, this led her to constantly seek validation from her husband and not say no to what she disagreed with. She felt insecure if he became critical or didn't compliment her or show affection in the way she expected. By working on her issues around boundaries, Anna learned to stop her pleasing behaviors, saying no without feeling guilty, which reduced her anger and resentment toward her husband and others. This made their marriage much more relaxed and enjoyable. Step 3. Learning independence through separation individuation to establish a strong self-concept. The next essential process is learning independence from our family, often called separation individuation, and a strong self-concept. This stage allows us to see ourselves as independent adults, not just someone's child. It's about knowing that our parents love us but that we don't need them to guide us every step. Imagine your self-worth as a muscle. If it's weak, every challenge in a relationship might feel overwhelming. If it's strong, you can handle differences and setbacks with resilience. Let's consider another example, Tom. Tom grew up in a home where his mother was very protective, making decisions for him well into adulthood. When he married, he often relied on his wife in the same way he relied on his mom. He expected her to choose for him and was uneasy making big decisions alone. This dependency created stress in their marriage, as his wife felt burdened by his lack of autonomy. A healthy marriage requires 2 independent people who support each other, rather than one partner expecting the other to fill a parental role. Step 4. Recognizing unresolved emotional issues, typical coping and communication styles, and personality patterns. Now, let's talk about understanding our unresolved issues from childhood and addressing their typical coping, communication styles, and personality patterns. Sometimes, unresolved childhood issues shape our styles of coping, communication styles, and personalities in ways that may be incompatible and clash with our partners. Recognizing these patterns is essential to avoid repeating the same conflicts. Consider James, who grew up in a strict, critical household. He became overly sensitive to criticism, often reacted defensively, but avoided communication to retreat to his room when his wife gave feedback. Their disagreements escalated quickly, even over small things. James decided to go to counseling, where he realized that his usual coping and communication styles and defensive reactions were actually echoes of his childhood, not really about his wife's comments. With this awareness, he could work through his reactions, allowing their marriage to become a place for growth, not conflict. Counseling can be an invaluable tool for anyone who has experienced these kinds of emotional challenges, helping individuals work through them before expecting a partner to change or fix things. Taking responsibility for our own growth creates a healthier marriage environment. Step 5. Setting realistic expectations. Finally, it's important to set realistic expectations. Many people enter marriage hoping it will complete them or fill an emotional void from the past. But this can burden the relationship greatly and lead to disappointment. Take Dave, who dreamed of a perfect marriage. Growing up, he felt neglected, so he imagined marriage as the place where he'd finally get unconditional support and validation. But he felt let down when his wife couldn't meet all his emotional needs. Marriage isn't about finding someone to heal all our wounds through the unconditional love that parents can only give in childhood. It's about enjoying each other as they are and growing together for their better selves. By adjusting his expectations and taking responsibility for his own healing, Dave approached his marriage with greater maturity. Conclusion. As we've seen today, a happy, successful marriage often begins with each person's inner growth before they even meet their partner. Working on attachment, boundaries, independence, self-esteem, coping and communication styles, personality awareness, and realistic expectations prepares you to be a supportive, understanding partner. So, if you're thinking about marriage, consider first taking time to understand and heal yourself. Doing so isn't just for you, it's also a gift to your future relationship. Thank you for watching. Remember, a strong marriage starts with two whole individuals. Please like, subscribe, and share this video if you found it helpful.